All right, so if you've tried the first example problem in the notes, you've used your notes, you've watched the first video, you've asked somebody at your table, and you're not sure what to do, this is where you should be. Make sure you're following along with me, taking notes. Don't watch me do this entire video and then go back and try to do the work. Instead, you should be doing this with me. So I am going to FOIL this expression, or these two expressions. The first thing that I'm going to do is look at the very first terms in each parenthesis. So that's 2x and negative 3x. So it helps me to draw arrows so I can see where I'm going. 2x times negative 3x. Well, I know 2 times negative 3 is going to give me a negative 6. And then x times x is x squared. Okay, so that's my first part of the foiling. Now I'm going to do my outside terms. So I've got 2x as one of my outside terms and 4 as my other outside term. So I'm going to draw an arrow from 2x to 4. I know that 2 times 4 is 8, and then the x just stays the same. Now I'm thinking about my two inside pieces. So these are the two terms that are like touching each other, if it weren't for the parentheses, which is 5 and negative 3x. So I'm going to draw an arrow from 5 to negative 3x. I know 5 times negative 3 is negative 15, and then I've got that x there, so I'm going to have negative 15x. And then my very last thing to do is multiply the last terms in the parentheses. So 5 is one last term, and 4 is the other last term. So we're looking at each parentheses, which one comes second. So I know 5 times 4 is just 20. Okay, so I've got all of my pieces. Now I just need to put them together. I've got one term that has a variable with an exponent. I've got two terms here that have a variable with no exponent, so I need to combine them. And then I have one term that's just a constant number. So the only thing I need to do is combine these two as I'm writing my expression. So I have negative 6x squared, and then I've got 8x minus 15x. I'm just going to come over here, 8 minus 15. That gives me a negative 7 for my coefficient. I'm just going to make it blue. And then that plus 20 just kind of hangs out, goes back. And then this is it. This is our expression. Now, if you wanted to see if you did this correctly, you could check your answer in Desmos. So you could put in this in Desmos, and then you could type this in Desmos, and they should overlap perfectly. Pause this video and do that, and see if your equations match perfectly. I did this as well. So my purple line here is what my factored form expression is. And then if I show my standard form, there's a black line that covers up that purple line perfectly. So I know that this is the correct answer.